Welcome to Projects for All. My name's Mike, and today PowerSmart has set down here a 22-inch, 170cc rear-wheel drive, $350 budget lawnmower for us to check out. The specs on this are impressive for the price, so if the quality is decent, I'm gonna call it a winner. Let's get it out of the box and we'll do some mowing. We're gonna check this thing out like we always do, but I'm gonna try and keep it brief because there isn't a ton of innovative stuff going on here, I don't think. But for 350 bucks, you get a lot, at least on paper. 2-year warranty, big rear wheels, 10 inches on the back wheel, steel deck, doesn't look half bad. Looks like a lawnmower. But 22 inches is pretty wide. They range from 20, 21, 22s are a little bit rarer. What am I chopping? Oh, good. Good, my GoPro's on the ground. Perfect. Gotta stop leaving stuff laying around. Bet you this says, don't start engine without oil. That's what I would have guessed. Takes 10W30. Got a bag of PowerSmart oil. Instructions. Even comes with a funnel. Little spark plug socket. This looks simple as can be. It's all together. We just gotta fold it out, put oil in it, it looks like. All right, let's get on the table and have a look. Let's have a look at the bottom here real quick. They weren't lying. The deck is steel. Blades sharp. Got the transmission there. Belt housing, belt's right there. All we have to do is tighten our little thumb screws here, straighten out our handle, and that looks like it. We'll put some oil in it, flip over levers. Very nice. Came with a couple cable keepers. I'm sure it's for this guy right here. Little PowerSmart branded oil, 10W30. Put it in the food saver bag so it wouldn't leak in the box. 13.5 ounces it says on here, optimal capacity, and that's what we got here. So 13.5 ounces it'll get. Pull the engine cover off just for fun. 3 little Phillips head screws hold the engine cover on. Came right off of there. It's just plastic, what, thick plastic. Simple like all lawnmowers. Here's your muffler, here's your spark plug. There we go, real simple and easy. Here's your head cover. Here's your air filter on top of your carburetor. Flips up. Whoop. Cover snaps down nice. There we go. I wanted to see how easy it was to take the gas tank off. There's one little hose clamp on your fuel line, which is a few inches long, and then there's this tab here. Pull this back, and your gas tank comes straight off of there. There's a lot of oil on this. You know what? I smeared a lot of it around, so if you see oil down here all the way around, there was a lot of just residual oil, and I wiped it and I kind of got it all over the place. So that's what you see. Very nice of them to give us a funnel. Dipstick has a high and low dot. 13.5 ounces or 400 milliliters, whatever that means. It's all smudged up, but it looks full to me. Flipping this handle over for storage is as simple as it gets. Levers, flip them down, flip it over. When you pull it back, you're gonna have to pull your cord a little bit. You notice a kink right here in this cable. If you guys notice that, that is 100% my fault. I got the cable stuck in here when I flipped it back over. So it still works fine. I can hear it engaging, but yeah. Be careful when you flip these things over. Watch where your cables are at. The height adjust is one lever, and it's right there. Height adjusting this thing is seamless. Anybody can do this. From all the way low to all the way high. It's actually easier to raise than it is to lower, just slightly, but there's no effort. You just pull this out, put it where you want it. It's going to be even easier when it's not on this slippery table and I have to hold it. This is advertised as a 3-in-1. So you got your mulch plug, basic mulch plug that snaps in. We're going to put our bag on in a second, but where is the third? Really what happens here is you have your rear discharge, and then this door sticks out about 1.5 inches. So you have 1.5 inch gap. I can stick my hand in here. So the grass is going to hit the underside of this and just fall out the back. We'll try it out. I mean, if it really ejects the grass, then it does what it says it's gonna do. Here's our mulch plug. It's got, fits in secure. So because this isn't gonna hold it in, they have a little latch on it. Very easy to take out, put back in. Our bag just hooks on a couple plastic tabs right here. And we just let that slam on it. This is not a monster bag, but it's got a metal frame in it. It's got a little strap on the back so you can grab it that way if you want to. It seems secure enough. It's easy to take on and off. What do you want? It's a bag. Last but not least, before we take it outside, I bought it the good stuff, even though it's an economy mower. But I figured, if there's trouble, at least we could say, hey Mike, you didn't buy crappy gas at the Speedway down the road. We gave it the good stuff. I do tend to buy this stuff when it's pre-mixed though. This is for my cultivator slash dethatcher. You guys tell me, giant waste of money or worth it? Handle height is like 37.5 inches, which at 6'1" is absolutely perfect for me. I have it set about halfway on the height setting. That'll affect it slightly. I love this design. The two bales I absolutely love. This is my favorite design for a mower handle. I wish, yeah, I can get this. Yeah, I can still reach it. It's a little long, but I like simple. Simple when it comes to gas mowers is my favorite. It's got some decent foam padding here. You're gonna be holding onto these bales. Sometimes they put a groove so the bale wire fits in a groove. That is not the case here. You're just holding them. But this has always been my favorite design. All right, do me a favor and don't judge me too harshly on the condition of this yard. We've only lived here about a year. And when we bought the place, it was literally weeds from one end to the other. So I'm surprised there's this much grass as it sits. Took practically the whole quart. I'm sure that'll do the whole yard, but we'll find out. It says prime 3 times. Probably take a couple more since this is the first time it's ever been started. I'm gonna sound test this one because this is impressively loud. The mic's about as far away as my ears would be from the front of that mower. "90 decibels. That is very, very loud. I'm gonna say hearing protection. I'm gonna go get the muffs. Well, first impression, it cuts beautifully. You can see how long the grass is. Well, one bag filled up to about there, almost half the bag. I'm impressed. I have never seen a lawnmower bag completely fill up. You couldn't fit another blade of grass in that. Did a nice job. Ace Hardware. We're gonna have a talk about putting glue on the bags. All right, so how did we ultimately do? This is 2 weeks after most of this video was shot. I've mowed the grass twice. The second time, I did the rear discharge and I did the mulch plug. The rear discharge, I don't like. It dumps just air and grass out the back, and you know who's out back there? It's me. So wearing shorts, just getting hit in the legs with grass is not my jam. The mulch plug works fantastic. Obviously, I didn't do it the first time around because I don't want all that crazy 8-inch long grass all over the place. So that's why I bagged. It took 10 whole, almost whole bags to cut this whole 1/4 acre lot. And by the end of last week, I was really tired. I emptied this thing like 30 times. You figure about almost 3 bags of the mower into 1 brown bag. So yeah, like 25 times I emptied this thing. However, there are a few cons, and one of them is the tire treads. There is almost no tread on these tires. It's real shallow and it slips around a little bit. If the grass is wet, you're on an incline. It's not the best. I wish they put a little better tires on it. I had white smoke a couple times on warm startup. It did it once this week, and it was real easy cutting the mulching because it only grew like an inch or 2. But last week, starting it up, I got some white smoke, like a puff. That could be a carburetor issue. It might be dumping fuel when I shut it off. Something with the auto choke. The oil still looks clean, smells fine, so I think it's fine. But just so you know, that's what this one is doing. The last big con for me is the speed it travels. It has 1 speed. You pull the wire, it's on or off, 1 speed, and it's about 2 miles an hour. At least that's what the GPS speedometer on my phone clocked it at, was 2 miles per hour, but it doesn't go in tenths, so it could be 2.7. I found myself wanting to go faster. Not so much when the grass was real long and I was cutting it seemed fine. But when the grass was only, an inch or 2 to be cut, I felt like we could have been doing this faster. It took me maybe an hour and a half to cut my 1/4 acre lot at the speed this thing will travel. So I would be fine with an extra mile per hour. If you generally walk slower than I do, or you're smarter than I and realize that cutting slowly is better for the cut, then it's fine. In the end, everything worked really well. The self-propel works perfect. This thing has a ton of power. It didn't struggle even a little bit cutting all that crazy grass last week. I feel in the end, it's better than the price paid. I said at the beginning of the video it was $350. It's actually, I think, $369 right now, but there's a $35 coupon. So it's like $334 plus tax for this. And I think you're getting a lot for your money. So you guys tell me in the comments what you think. Would you buy an Amazon budget lawnmower? Because this is better than I expected it to be. I was not expecting much when they said they were going to send this, and it really, honestly, works pretty good. I appreciate you watching the video. If you're inclined, hit like, possibly subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.